Hi, you are watching the channel of Miss Scarred Beauty, and I am recording my first true video. I did the other one as an intro, welcoming myself to YouTube, and I wanted to share with the world some issues that I have that make me feel embarrassed, I would say. There was a time where I felt confident, and there's a time now where I don't feel as confident. And just looking for a little bit of support and encouragement or comments, I guess to say, and then to give also my opinion to other people that might have the same issue as me. The issue that I have that's been going on with me my entire life really has been keloids. And if you don't know what a keloid spelled Keloid, you can Google it. It's basically a growth. You're from anything. It could be a bump, it could be a scratch uh, from a fight. If you get slit somewhere, it could be from anything. And your skin starts to heal, and your body does not respond to stop healing. So there's this growth and this enlarged thing that on whatever body part that starts to come out, and whether it stops depends on how fast you act upon it. And there are, from my experience, different things that trigger the growth, as much as radiation to heat and things of that sort. Well, first off, my keloids were had started when I was very young, and my father got my ears pierced around the age of maybe 3, and I had those earrings in my ear, and immediately my ears grew small little bitty keloids. They wasn't very small. They're probably as big as the bottom of my pinky. And people saw them, and I grew up in elementary with a lot of people laughing at me and things like that. And I wasn't comfortable at all in elementary school going through that, because I had friends. I grew. After so long, I had to realize that they were not going anywhere, and I had to live with it. So I dealt with it. I had to kind of make myself feel like they weren't there. And a lot of people would talk about me. They would laugh, and or even question what is it. And some people were very curious about it, and were very concerned and felt sorry for me. And I didn't want that. After a while, my parents, we had Medicaid, so that was a wonderful thing. They took me to the doctor, and at this time, um, around 1990 or so, they didn't know what keloids were. They didn't know what caused them, how to prevent them. They didn't know anything. So little did we know, we didn't know why they were there. Was it my earrings? Was it because I didn't cleanse them right? Did I not leave them in long enough? What happened? Well, um, the doctor just let us know that they didn't have any information, and there were different procedures they could try, but it was all a guessing game. So throughout young history, I had keloids, and I had all types of things done. I had different steroid shots, and they're very, very, very painful to me. That it got to the point where I was taking them about 2 years. I was taking these shots, and they weren't working at all, and I had to stop taking them because they were just too painful. And so at the last minute, we decided to get a surgical removal, and I had them both on my ear, both ears, and also on my chest, because me and my sister got into a fight, and she scratched me very, very, very hard. And we had that problem. My mom did not take me to the hospital, so again, didn't know it was because if it was infected or what happened there or why it grew. So very curious of what was going on with me and my body. Um, but we decided to go with the surgical removal, and I was young. I was probably ages 7 or 8 by the time we decided to do this procedure. And so we did get them removed. The one on my chest, they took away. We did not have laser removal back then or anything like that. It was just the aesthetics to put you out. And I was woke actually, and they cut it off, all three of them. And my ears, they stitched them up, and I was ready to go. I was really, really happy. A lot of people commented on, you know, me being able to be myself now, and things like that. And I got to grow up at least half the young life that I could without being looked at and stared at like there was something mentally wrong with me, because that's how people would look at me that way. And as you can see, there's a lot of emotion that comes with them, because I mean, just living with you every day, you wake up, you look in the mirror, looking like, okay, I know there's a me besides the me that I'm looking at in this mirror, and I truly want to be that person. And you try so hard to do it, and I did it, and I was very proud of myself for living, the childhood that I did. And I was very outgoing and goofy anyway. And sometimes people didn't notice them, but there were those times that people did, that I would get kind of uneasy and things like that. Well, um, that's the beginning of my life. And, as a young child growing up with keloids, it was, it was kind of a big deal, Like I said, I would ask my mom every day, what is this? Why was this done to me? Why, I mean, how can we help it? I would try to clean my and scrub my ears till they bled. It was all kinds of emotional distress in that. And they come with a lot of emotional stress. So if you have keloids now, all I can ask you is just hold on, get a doctor. And the bad part about it is that unless you have Medicaid, get on Medicaid, because they will do surgical procedure for you. If you don't have Medicaid, most insurance companies don't allow it because it's called cosmetic, and that's another probably one uh point out. I probably try to point out to insurance companies, and one video that I might make um is that, because I don't agree with the idea of that happening. Um, but if you don't have insurance, you really need good insurance or a good cosigner to help you out, and probably want to get a health credit card to help you out with if you do decide to get a procedure, because most insurance companies won't work even if you do an appeal. I tried appeals and things like that, all kinds of things, told my whole life story and the stress that it puts on your life and different circumstances that you have to go through, and it still did not go through, and I was mad. But that's just a tip for those of you who are out there looking for different help, and wondering what my next step is. Best thing for you to do is go to a doctor and ask them how much it's going to cost you to have a procedure done without insurance. That way you can budget yourself and see exactly what you need to do and the steps that you need to take in order to get to the place that you need to go. Well, that was the beginning of my story. Hopefully, you stay tuned in to hear the rest of what I have to say about keloids and how it has affected my life, and how you can change your life in the way that you feel about what you have going on with